Good morning, guys. It's always morning here on the farm. And today's agenda is really got to get out there and buy the rebar, you know, the iron bar for cross braces on the carport. Probably also buy the tin for the roof. Maybe, I think we can buy it already bent, like for the front part. If not, probably have to buy something to bend metal. Or metal tin anyway. But before I can do that, I'm gonna go empty my charcoal buster that I did. Oh, and gotta move my truck because I have some sand and a little bit of stone behind it there from the other job. So we'll see if I can use some of that for the cross beams. But for this one, let's see if it's still hot. I'm gonna put my hand kind of near it to see if it's still hot in the morning, especially if I close it up at night. And it's actually warm, which means that, and the mud on the top is still kind of mud color, which means it hasn't really 100% cooled down. Normally the mud would be kind of baked on there or dry, but we'll let it dry up a little bit. I didn't want to do anything to it anyway. For the carport, we are gonna have, I don't know if you can see this, similar roof front like this, just curved front for two reasons. One, obviously for the rain part of it or whatever, but also to be consistent with this roof, you know. So, but we'll have that little curve. Yeah, I think they sell them like that actually. Yeah, pretty basic. And it's actually going to be, you know, much constructed like this as well. You can see it's got the 3-inch going back to the this one's A-frame, but you'll have 3-inch going for the length of it, and then the 2-inch are going across. So that's probably the same way we'll do that, although this is not the same. This is the older style of steel bar. It's got the, you know, it's got the groove in it, or the tunnel in it actually. But yeah, and that's what we'll do out today is, you know, secure this metal and the bent metal, and then the tin for the roof. We'll get that, and then if we need a little bit more sand and rock, then we'll do that. I do still have some of these, you know, these rings will go around the rebar to form the braces. One of my tie downs laying around here. Well, yeah, more later. Back at you. Woo! Another scorcher. It's probably 39 right now, 39, 40. Yeah, it's definitely 100 degrees, over 100. Anyway, we are making headway regardless. We have put some of the forms in place, got some of the wire tied down. Took delivery on, took delivery on more stone and more sand, because, you know, you gotta mix it and pour it. But right now it's like, I don't know, it's like 12 o'clock, so high noon. We're stopping that kind of work, you know. Jesus, that steel on the ground is about 200 degrees, so don't touch it. Don't touch it with your bare hand. I didn't this time, but I have before. One of the other things, I think if you watched my other videos or something, this area over here is actually where all this wood was. Because remember, this area gets cleared out also, because it's going to wind up, I think that wall's not true. It might be. If it's true, I'm going to leave it. Redo the windows, but I'm going to do the deck come out here and all that, so I wanted to clear that out. But if you remember on that 100th video, or I'm sorry, 100 subscriber challenge, when I said I was going to blow something up, also I was going to build something and put out a wood challenge. You guys gave me some ideas as to what I should build with this wood, and every time I look at the wood, think of something else. But and then and actually what happens is when I use a planer or when I grind it, when I sand it and the wood's all nice and clean, then I start getting more ideas. So I don't know what I'm going to make with that wood, but I'm getting there. Yeah, because I also wanted to clear this area out. I had to pull we have an old 2 different sand piles, 2 different rock piles here from all the sand and rock and cement that I've been mixing since we got here. Although it's down to pretty much nothing now. And we had like the blue netting over it, so we wouldn't mix all the dead leaves when they fall. And then we got more, and anyway, the netting was trapped underneath it, so I had to tie it to my bumper of my truck and pull it out of there. Because I want to go ahead and I'm going to probably blend it in, but mix this whole area right here, flatten it out so I can get this set over here underneath the tree, underneath the shade, to be kicking it. And, I think I've said before, I don't like wearing shoes. Although I should wear shoes, especially when I'm working around this stuff. Most of the stuff doesn't have any nails in it. There was one small board that had a nail in it over on that side when I was cleaning it, and yeah, I stepped on it. It went into my heel. Didn't go really in. I mean, obviously, as soon as I touched it, I was like, so yeah, so I got out. But, and then when I walked in, I was walking out, and I got a pile of roof tile sitting there, and my other foot, bam, hit that roof tile. And check this out. Yeah, that one, that's gonna leave a mark. Took out a piece of my flesh. One of the other things I did, I don't know if I mentioned that. I can't keep track of all the stuff I mentioned. But you remember I did the street lights, right? Well, I went back up there and risked my life on the bamboo ladder in the morning, and the lights were kind of like this, and some of y'all made comments, but also my wife told me to bring it up like that. So I went and teetered them all the way up so it would have more coverage, although it's just a little solar light. I'm not sure that it has that much more coverage. I'll have to take the exact same photo or something at night that I can match it up against the one I already took. See if it really is getting light. I parked my truck over here in the little bamboo enclave there. That's where the bamboo hut's going to be and all that. But yeah, truck works. I was thinking about maybe using the truck. I go up and back and up and back to kind of flatten that dirt, because it's it's hard, but it crunches under weight. So I could use my truck kind of as a steamroller. I also put this morning I put a bench. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I put a bench out in the garden out there, and I'm gonna build a something around the bench to, you know, nice little place to sit, look at the garden, or turn around and look at the vastness of the rice. When the rice is all, when everybody's growing and it's all in bloom or whatever, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Green is beautiful. And it's like a lime green, you know, it's like one of those fluorescent greens when the rice, certain times of growth in the rice. Really, really beautiful. Okay, well, we'll be back in the afternoon. It cools down a little bit. I'm not so sure how much it's going to cool down. Even by 4 or 5 o'clock, it's still 100 degrees probably. And try and finish tying all these beams up. Maybe get the first pour in. All right, more later. Back at you. Morning, guys. So yeah. Of course, today, yesterday was blazing, like another 100-degree blazing day, and so we tried to, you know, I think I shared, we tried to knock it off around noon, let the place cool down, but you know, coming back at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it was still baking. You couldn't get away from it, but we did manage to, you know, make a little more headway, and I thought I'd show you from the crow's nest view up here what we did. So yeah, you can see actually that black one was to try to block out some of that late afternoon sun from piercing our eyeballs when we were mixing the cement. But we got the 2 sides poured for the cross beam, and they're actually kind of deep because just the way the foundation level is, but I don't mind them being deep because it kind of, you know, it'll shore it up probably like even better in terms of holding it. But yeah, so we did I think pretty good job. We did not, however, use you know, the 4 pieces of rebar with the rings. What we did was we did a 3-piece zigzag, or basically you put a piece in the top left, piece in the bottom right, and then a thinner piece in the bottom left, but then it zigzags and ties those 2 together at an angle and brings it this way. So I can show you that later when we get those other 2. We're kind of limited on forms. I actually used my neighbor had 2 pieces of steel that had been using for forms, so we'll bust that out today and reform the other 2 sides. I'll show you what I mean, but I think it's definitely strong enough. We're using the heavy gravel, and the concrete is pretty much going to be bulletproof. So yeah, good stuff. Sun is up, but you can see the clouds are pretty thick. You can see that. You can see that. There's the sun back there. It's hiding, which makes it really cool right now, right? Beautiful. I hope it stays like this all day, actually. That'd be awesome. Alright guys, well, let me get back at you. And although it did take a break from the punishing heat out under the parking construction yesterday, I still did some work. I was still in the sun, but I just didn't do the cement work. One of the things I did was in this area, Dog didn't want me to do this, so I actually cut back some of this bamboo. It used to be coming all the way over here, kind of blocking these trees and these new plants that she has from getting sun. So I cut back the bamboo over there and over there and over there. This is just some of the remnants of the bamboo, but I saved the poles. I can probably use these for something. But one of the things I also did was, you know, I wanted to work on the bamboo little enclave that we have here, right? Where the bamboo hideaway is going to be. I don't know what we're going to call it, but we'll give it a name. What I did was, there was some, you can probably see it in other videos, but see, it's kind of a perfect little place, right, for another little bamboo hut. Although I'm going to raise it, like I say, so it's going to be kind of up in there. There was a couple of huge pieces that were broken and hanging down and right in the middle of everything, kind of messing it up. So, and I couldn't really cut those. I couldn't come in here like with a saw and climb up there and cut it and stuff like that. So what I did was I took my truck, cobwebs. I took my truck and I backed it up here, and then I put a tie down around that thing, or those things, and just yanked it out with the truck. So I have, here, let me show you this way. So, yeah, so these big old pieces, this one was up in there, that one too. There's like 3 or 4 pieces that were up in there, and I was able to rip them out. So now this area is much more opened up. I can get in here. I'm going to push some of this dirt around, make it even the dirt out a little bit before I bring those red bricks over here and start the brick inlay for the pathway that goes all the way out here. Now this is on a slope. It's, you know, it goes down a little bit, but you know, I'm not going to worry about that. I think the pathway can be on a slope. I'll try and level it out a little bit, but I mean, I don't want it to be too perfect, right? What are you doing, cat? Follow me around. What is it? Think you're gonna find some birds or some bugs? But yeah, the old truck came in handy for that one. I did empty my charcoal, for those of you who were wondering. And charcoal, you know, some of it comes in big pieces. Most of it is in small pieces, which is good, because I still got to step on it and crush it all when I use it in the water filter. But all that charcoal works great. We did last night. We had our own little barbecue again, mugata, with our neighbors underneath the house there. And we also probably drank too much, but yeah. I haven't done any more on this wood. Showed you earlier, I think. But I don't know, maybe today, if it's cool, I can clear that area out and flatten it up, and then move those, move those over there like I was talking about. All right, well, a little quick walk in the morning. Surveyed the land. Try to remember what I was doing yesterday. All right, you guys, back at you in the next video. Almost forgot to show you that we are getting ready to do the second pour, or the fourth pour actually. And this is how we really did it. You know, we just did a triple tie for the beams. Already poured this third one, and so that'll be strong enough, or deep enough good. You know what I mean? And even though there's no sun, almost tripped. Even though there's no sun, there's still the element of heat from your work output, right? So it's a little warm, but the breeze is cool. What I'm doing in the meantime also is this monster of a lime tree right there. There was a big old tree. It's laying on the ground. I don't know if you can see it. Sticking up out of the middle. You can probably see it on other videos. I had to cut that thing down. It was dead, but at the same time, it was causing problems. The vine keeper. I don't know, maybe that one in back of it's got the same problem. I don't know. I have to go check that out. But dude, going into those lime trees, trying to do cutting or push, you know, cutting it back. Even wearing sleeves, you're gonna get stabbed. I was gonna cut it really back underneath and stuff, but there's right now, in the last couple weeks, there's probably like 100 new limes on there, so I'll leave it until they're all grown and harvested, and then I'll cut it back. Ooh, it's on. All right, man. Back at you. While I let these two guys do the work. That work anyway. All right, man. Next video. So after cutting back, that lime tree, or not cutting it back, but cutting down that big old tree was in place. You know, I'm working on my bench view. Remember, I put this bench out here in the garden. One, so you could sit here and, you know, look at the garden, look at the house, but also so you can actually look at this view. And I wanted to show you something. I don't know if the lens will capture this very nice, but anyway, you know, you sit here on the bench, you look out over the grass, the rice. Look here, right in the middle of the rice field, there's a red motorcycle sitting there all alone. Kodak moment right there. You can see, I don't know if you can see those birds in the funnel cloud just hanging out in the wind. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm digging holes here so I can put in the bamboo poles, then an archway. We'll see how this looks. I might even be able to finish that today because the weather's so nice. Alright, next video. And another thing, when I came out here, you know, start digging, I thought maybe the cat got a hold of one of those, you know, white eagles or big white birds or something like that, because I came out here and I saw all this, you know, the white feathers behind me. I was like, oh my god, oh my god. So I came over here and actually, yeah, not feathers, they're from the tree, man. They don't look like feathers though. They weren't here before, but all of a sudden, oh my god, it looks like definitely like a feather pattern, as if, you know, the cat got it. But nope, wasn't a bird. That's probably kind of a big bird for my cats to handle anyway, but they don't really do good with birds. They like playing with wood. They like playing with stuff that the dog plays with. Peer influence. But they do like to slap a frog around, and certainly lizards. Alright, more later. Well, it's not there yet, but it's getting there. Yeah, pretty cool. We can see that from back here. Let me go over here. Yeah, so there you go. Looks like you got stuff on my lens, of course. But yeah, getting there. Gonna be the view to the rice, or view to the garden view seat. Yeah. Okay, more later. It's a little warm now. Back at it. Well, we just took delivery of our tin for the parking area, which is just put in the cross beams. So now it's just a matter of getting that tin up there to see how it looks. I think it actually looks great. I love the color. You can see this, right? The color is, you know, consistent with, of course, the house, right? That's what we're kind of going for. So can't wait to see what it looks like when it's all up. Stay tuned. Well, we're almost finished. We got the roof on. Last couple things for the roof, and then get that truck over here, pour that cement. Although, I don't know, we still might pour it by hand, but I think we're pouring cement, so good. Looks pretty cool though. Yeah, pick the right color. Yeah. I'm gonna put wood, you know, on the outside of all the cement, so it kind of continues with the theme of the wood. I got some teak, other planks over here I can use, so that'll look cool. Next video. And before I go, pretty much done with the garden sheet as well. So let's take a look at that. Hopefully the sun doesn't blind you. Let's take a look. Boom, there it is. Got some, yeah, we got some vine flowers. The top vines actually are just old vines from another tree that I used to kind of hold it in place a little bit. Then we just bought some more flowers. Not put them in pots for now, but yeah. And actually, when I cut down that big tree over there for the lime, I wound up using that tree for the 3 pieces. I'm sorry, for the 2 pieces on the sides, and then I just used bamboo on the top. All right. Well, that looks pretty cool. Like I said, the car park is pretty much finished, with exception of, you know, trying to get the guy over here to, we're gonna need more sand, so deliver more sand, and then the cement. We'll probably catch that out in another video. Yeah? Alright, you guys, back at you. Thanks for watching.